Hello, everybody. Your house shrink with one more session on pearls of wisdom. A lot of people have been asking me if I do workshops or if I do group dynamics on the specific concepts that I talk about. And yes, I do. I'm doing a monthly group. It's a webinar, group dynamics, and I call it Healing the Wounded Hero. And it has to do with learning that we have wounds from our past experiences, things that have been done to us, indiscretions that have been committed against us. And that rather than seeing yourself as a victim, you can begin to see yourself as a wounded hero on the private journey of self. So I am going to be doing this on a monthly basis. It's only for 12 people, so we can do the group dynamics, and we'll work specifically on things that you have to work on. And so you're welcome to join. Just go to biocognitive.com and look at the workshops, and you'll see they are $75 a session, and it'll be for about an hour and a half. So join me, and you'll see how much you can grow from this and how much you can learn from the excellence that's within you, but that is being invaded by the guilt and all the other things that happen to you, that if you've done something wrong, then you have to pay for it. You don't have to pay for anything. You have to learn from your mistakes and own up that you did something wrong, and you're not perfect. So what you're doing is you're trying to perfect yourself. So that's the idea of having the wounded hero. I'm using a lot of Gestalt therapy and biocognitive mind-body science, which is my area. This is what I found it. And it'll be really good because people can actually grow. And what I do is I teach how to pay attention to the language that you're speaking, to pay attention to your actions, and to pay attention to how you repeat mistakes over and over again by lack of mindfulness. But it's not an intellectual process, not telling you how to do things, but it's letting you experience your own limitations, your own resistances, and then working through them. And the group is small, as I said, only 12 people, and it's first come, first served basis. We're doing, the next one's going to be tomorrow on Monday, but you can join any of them. There's still a few openings for tomorrow, but if not, it's going to be for next, every month we'll be doing it. And I hope that you can join me. But the idea is to be able to explore self in a safe environment, so you can learn about yourself, so you can learn that you don't have to be perfect, so you can learn that you don't have to live up to people's expectations, but it has to do with developing self-esteem, developing a sense of worthiness so that you can feel that there's enough merit for you to live your life of joy and the life that everybody wants to live. But if your self-esteem is low, then you don't feel worthy of things. As I mentioned before, I've talked a lot about self-esteem and how to build it up. So in the group, we're going to be talking about specific issues that you have, specific conditions that you have dealt with in your life. And you'll be surprised that you may have been living with pain from an experience that you have been paying for years, that you can clean up within an hour. But then the key is that once you learn something, you have to practice it. The brain requires information from evidence, not from wishful thinking. So if you learn some techniques in the group, then you practice them and you live them. And then you find co-authors, people that support your new way of thinking, not the emotional vampires that usually hang out with you, because they're the ones that are going to bring out the worst in you. And if you try to tell them that you're growing, no, you're always going to be a loser, that kind of thing. You don't need people like that. They're a waste of your time and the waste of your energy, and they don't do anything that matters for you. So the importance is to be able to say, okay, this is what I'm bringing in. This is the baggage that I'm bringing in. And the first thing that we do is, where did you learn that? How did you learn that from what I call the culture editors, which are the people that are important in your life? How did you learn that? You weren't born with all those negativities. You weren't born with the self-defeating behaviors that you learn. You learn that by observation, by seeing failures from other people, or by people putting you down with one of the three wounds that you know about now, either shame, abandonment, or betrayal. So all of those things will be explored in the group. And those of you just joining us now, go to biocognitive.com, that's my website, and look up events, and you'll see that it's on a monthly basis. Only 12 people. They get filled very quickly. So you can join for tomorrow. I think we have a couple of openings, and the next one is open, so it's first come, first served basis. And you can do it through PayPal. It's a wonderful way to grow. So if you have any questions, I'm going to be welcoming people. Hailstorm, Big Fisty, Mel, Angie, a lot of people are joining us. So if you happy Pride, great. 123, Corey, Berg, it's just flowing. Anytime I start anything, people, all kinds of people show up. We had several hundred people last time, close to 1,000. So make sure that if you have any questions, feel free to ask them, and I'll tell you more about the group. Becky is here, Tony, Jay, Hush is also here, Kathy, wow, Rhea. It's always very, very popular. House Shrink, giving you ideas on how to grow, getting you out of the concept that you have to pay for your sins for the rest of your life. I did a short video on that I called Cast Your Sins to the Wind. What's the group? The name of the group is called Healing the Wounded Hero. And it's on my website on biocognitive.com. Only for 12 people. As soon as you join, you'll be given all the information on when it's going to happen. And it'll be, of course, on online. It'll be on Zoom. And it's really, really powerful. So if you have any questions about it, I'll be very glad to answer them. Lisa, Celia Gonzalez, Ashika, and Miss Girl. All these funny names that are really very nice. Kip Jeffries, Aiden. Wow, it's exploding. It always does anytime I do any one of these long streams. And as you know, the streams, you can't, after you finish it, you can't post them on TikTok because it only allows 60 seconds. But what we do is we have the total video that we're doing now, the total stream. It'll be downloaded to my YouTube channel, which is Dr. Mario Martinez. YouTube, that's it. And there are over 130 videos that you can watch, including this one. And this one will be an invitation to Healing the Wounded Hero. So I've just joined us. I'm talking about the group that I'm doing on a monthly basis. It's called Wounded Heroes, or Healing the Wounded Heroes. And we'll talk about archetypal wounds that we bring into our lives from the way that we have been hurt by others. But we're not victims. We're wounded heroes in a battle of our own journey to fight the demons. The worst are the ones that you keep within you and the ones that you take on your shoulders. So there are ways of dealing with this. I'm a licensed clinical psychologist, and it's not therapy, it's education. It's a learning process that you can learn, and it's much better than therapy because you're learning as a student, not as a patient with pathology. I don't do that anymore. I used to practice in a hospital and private practice, and I don't do that anymore. People are students to me, and I'm teacher. So I don't label people with psychological pathology. I look at what's needed, and then you come up with the tools to work on it, and then create an environment that supports that. Do you know of Reiki? Yes, I do know of Reiki, but I'm not talking about Reiki now. I'm talking about something else. So Reiki's fine, but stay tuned. So you can, it's like if I'm speaking French and you say, do you know German? Yes, I do, but stay with the French. So stay tuned. That's the whole idea. Don't jump around. Don't go all over the place. Stay with what I'm talking about so you can learn to focus on what's going on. So anyway, that's the way to look about it. So don't ask me what I know from other things. Let's just stay in touch and be tuned. Don't jump all over the place and multitask, because otherwise people get confused. So anyway, the group is called, the title of it is Healing the Wounded Hero. And you are a hero, has been wounded. We have all been wounded. We've all been hurt by other people, especially people that we love. People that have hurt us, that we have given them our hearts, and they play with our hearts, or they abuse them without knowing, or sometimes knowing that they're hurting you, and that's just who they are. Some people are emotional vampires, and some people are idiots. But it doesn't matter. An idiot or an intelligent person shoots you, you're going to be feeling the pain no matter what. So be aware that these groups are available, and that you can go to biocognitive.com, to my website. You can sign up for it. They're on a monthly basis, first come, first serve, for only 12 people, no more than that. So we can keep the group dynamics. More than 12 becomes really difficult to deal with. Why did my heart sink when I read the caption of this live? When it's a live session? Well, because you'll be exposing yourself into possible vulnerabilities. The good thing about groups is that you can watch or you can participate. Either way, you gain a lot. If you're participating, of course, you're working on specific things. If you're just watching, you're seeing how other people work things in their lives, and you can learn a lot from it to the time that you're ready to go with it and feel comfortable participating. But one of the things that you want to look into is what stopped you, or what is it that taught you not to be open? What is it that taught you not to be yourself? And that's what you'll learn about in the group. So I'll be talking about some theory, but it'll be mostly experiential. You have to experience. Talking doesn't do it. You have to experience what needs to happen. And it's what I call the felt meaning. So if you have I have a bat and I said, I'm going to hit you over the head, that's a symbol. You don't know what it is, but if I hit you over the head, that's the felt meaning of the bat hitting you over the head. And that's the experiential component of what I'm doing. So Regan just joined us. Bailey's, Nema, Melva. Whoa, it's exploding. User 96, Saravilla, Amanda. But ask questions if you have about the group. I am house shrink, self-imposed house shrink for TikTok. So I offer something other than wiggling your body, which is nice. It's beautiful and everything, but there's a lot more to life than just shaking your body. It's nice, but I think information and wisdom is really important for you to grow, for you to be able to enjoy, but also for you to become a better human being, which is what you're doing here. You're not just here to eat and fornicate. You're here to have a wonderful life, to share, to offer something that has meaning for yourself and for others. And that is what allows a person to have joy. And by the way, joy is very good for your immune system. It helps with your longevity, and you age a lot slower. Rose is here. Everybody is coming. Lynn 92. Everybody welcome. Any more questions about the group or anything that you want to talk about for the house shrink? I have quite a few videos now on TikTok. Some are, of course, they're all short, 60 seconds. But as I mentioned earlier, this one will be posted tomorrow in its entirety to give you an opportunity to see the whole thing if you miss it. And you can watch it as much as you want to. And you can find out more about the group. And we also do some techniques there to teach you how to tune into yourself, how to go into a state of contemplation, how to deal with emotional vampires, how to set limits with people, how to grow in relationships. There's quite a bit. User 6073 just joined. How about the user 6073 64428? Why don't you give yourself a name? Could be anything you want. And that way it'll be a lot easier to identify yourself. Calvin, welcome. Everybody welcome. Any questions? Mohaji, any questions about what I'm talking about or anything in general or what I'm doing here on TikTok? I'm a licensed clinical psychologist, but I'm not doing therapy here. You don't do therapy with unknown. That's not professional. It's unethical. What I'm doing is I'm sharing knowledge for you to apply it and then to learn with the educational part of it. And then if you want more, then I do the groups. And as I mentioned, it'll be Healing the Wounded Hero. You go to biocognitive.com and you'll be able to see all the information about it. Only for 12 people. They happen every month. And it's on a first come, first served basis. Okay, any questions? A lot of people, not too many questions. Torinia? I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing it well. Some of these names are quite challenging. Very creative though. Ryan, brown dog stole my heart. Okay. The sugar loaf. A lot of people. Kathy Rumbao. Anyway, I'm probably murdering these names, but Basin, welcome everybody. If you just joined us, I'm talking about a monthly group that I do on group dynamics. It's a combination of Gestalt therapy and biocognitive mind-body science, where I teach methods to how to improve life in different areas, relationship and self, health, aging. I've done a lot of work with longevity because I studied centenarians all over the world, people who are over 100 years old, and they're healthy and they're living their lives. So I found out what they do, and it's not genetics. Genetics is only 20%. And you don't have to wait till you're old to learn these things. The younger you are, the better, because the slower you age. So that's another thing that I talk about. Darnell, hi. Mikey, hi, Mikey. Hi, everybody. So let me know if you have questions. I'll keep going, and hopefully I'll try to answer all of the questions that you might have. But the idea is to go to the group, go to the website, to biocognitive.com, and look into it. It's on a monthly basis. And of course, unfortunately, it's only for 12 people. Not unfortunately, it's just that's how it is. You don't want to get a lot of people in. You want to get 12 people at a time so that you can give them the value of the group dynamics. More than that becomes impersonal and people lose the focus on what they need. So, hi, David, user 211 or 218, so forth. Joined, welcome. I'm glad to see everybody here. Now, any questions? Does anybody have any questions about what I'm talking about? Specific questions about the group or anything in general that you want to find out more about it. Barry, David, Ali 198219 just joined. Hello, Wyatt. Kinds of people are joining here. We have a huge audience, but people are a little shy with questions. I don't know why. Here I am, House Shrink, ready to answer any questions for you if I can. If I don't know, I'll tell you I don't know. So, but most of them I know because I know my business really well. So, Patricia Horner, hi. Azaragab. Anyway, Cheryl Lynn, hi. Questions, Susan171, Ariel, Logie. So if I'm killing the names, Tommy Drake, that's an easy one. How are you? Questions. If you just joined us, I'm talking about a monthly group that I do, webinar, group dynamics for only 12 people to deal specifically with issues in your life, and the title is Healing the Wounded Hero. We don't look for victims. You're not a victim. If you've been hurt, you're a wounded hero because you have the courage to live your life. And what we teach you is tools to live your life in excellence, in health, wealth, and love. So that's what it's all about. Jesus loves you. Have a blessed day. Thank you very much. Dominus vobiscum and all that. So thank you for saying that. It's very nice of you. Judy Casarel, Kelly Rain. A lot of people are joining us. So if you just joined us, questions for the House Shrink. And what I'm promoting here is my group, Healing the Wounded Hero. That happens on a monthly basis. You join only for 12 people, first come, first serve, and you go to biocognitive.com, biocognitive.com. That's my website. And look up events, and you will see all the information there. For tomorrow, we have about 2 openings, I think. Maybe not anymore, but just check it out. If not, there are 12 openings for next week, but join as quickly as you can because they're gone very quickly. Velma Collins. Hello, Velma. Anybody else? Questions? Travel forever. That's pretty good. 2021. I've traveled quite a bit. I've traveled to probably about 50 countries in the world, and I love cultures. That's my specialty, how cultures, beliefs affect your health, longevity, relationships, and everything else. So Nazareth just joined, and everybody's coming in. Deputy Dog, 43. Welcome. Questions? Any questions that you have, I can try to answer them for you. And I'm glad that you're here, but take advantage of this and ask questions about the group or anything in general. And be sure that you follow my group, follow my channel, House Shrink, because that way you'll know more what's going on with me, and I'll reach a larger audience, and I'll be able to help as many people as I can. So this is the whole idea, to try to give you tools to navigate your life in the best way possible. Always taking care of yourself before you take care of anybody else. What is it? The group is group dynamics. It's about personal issues, and it'll be done online on Zoom. And it's called Healing the Wounded Hero, because the idea is that if you're hurt, you're wounded not as a victim, but as a hero. And you need tools to work through them so you can grow from your pain rather than punish yourself from your sins. You want to learn from the things that have hurt you, not victimize yourself for the rest of your life. And cultures like victims. Poor you, poor me kind of thing. No, you're not a victim. You're a hero, but you need tools to work through. So if you're interested, go to biocognitive.com, look at events, and you'll find there Healing the Wounded Hero, and it's open for 12 people a month. That's it. So first come, first served basis, and I think you'll find it very appealing because it's got tools. It's not just some heady kind of stuff. It's actual tools to apply to make changes in your life. So, fucking weirdo. Oh, fucking weirdo. What an elegant name. Are you that weirdo? Anyway, welcome. And I'm glad you're here. So, why don't you call it unusual fornication? That might be a little better. Amy Portales. Hi, Amy. How are you? Rosie Girl. Everybody's joining. If you just joined, House Shrink, promoting a workshop that I do online for 12 people a month on what I call Healing the Wounded Hero. Go to my website, biocognitive.com, go to events, and you see the information there. You can join there. You can pay through PayPal, and I think that you'll find it very helpful. Lonely Eyes, Loggy. Wow, a lot of people they're just flowing. Harashal, William Minen, I think I'm pronouncing it right, but if I'm not, let me know. Yeah, regular gay, scrum artist. All right, whoever's here, welcome. All I'm asking you to do is to hear what I have to say. If you have any questions, just go ahead and ask them. Manny C's, and also to find out more about what I do here. My name is here, House Shrink, but you can also go to, if you want to see this video in its entirety, go to my YouTube channel, Dr. Mario Martinez, and you can go there and you can find by the title of, I'm talking about the Wounded Hero, and you'll see it. It'll all be there. In case you missed whatever it is that I've been talking about, you'll be able to see it, because as you know, on TikTok you can only have 60 seconds, but if you have a certain amount of followers, you can do what I'm doing now, which is a stream, but they won't publish it because it's more than 60 seconds. But I can publish it on YouTube, in my channel, YouTube, Dr. Mario Martinez. Okay, questions? I'm going to take a deep breath. You're listening to Gregorian chanting. I'm burning rope incense, Tibetan rope incense, with Gregorian chanting, a great combination. Big Moose. Hey, Big Moose, how you doing? Any questions from anybody? If not, then I think I will be closing down here, and because I've given you enough information on what I'm doing. Again, the group is called Healing the Wounded Hero. It happens on a monthly basis, only for 12 participants, first come, first served basis, and you can find out all about it at biocognitive.com. But meanwhile, be aware that you want to get rid of things like guilt. Guilt has a function to let you know that you screwed up. But if you don't do something about it, it keeps spinning in your head. And the way to deal with it is to learn from it, grow from it, and become a better person. and then it goes away because you have evidence that you're a good person. If you don't give your brain evidence you're a good person and you just rerun the screw-ups, that's all that's going to happen. Your self-esteem will go down, and you will not be able to enjoy life as you were meant to be. So, if there are no more questions, I am going to be leaving very quickly here and reminding you one more time that this is about a workshop, group dynamics that I do online, experiential, and it's called Healing the Wounded Hero. You can find out more about it at biocognitive.com, and it's available on a monthly basis for 12 people at a time. Margaret just joined us. Cleo joined us. A lot of people are joining us. Some of the names I don't want to bring in here. The Center Fallout, Jason, Triple, everybody's showing up. But nobody's asking any questions. What's going on? Don't be so shy. It's okay. It's not going to hurt you to ask questions. But if you don't have any questions, that's fine. It's okay. Just enjoy what I'm talking about and be aware that what I'm doing is trying to give you tools to access your excellence and to be the best you can be. Hey man, my girlfriend broke up with me. What can I do? Well, ask yourself, what did she say about it? Did she say that there was something that she didn't like about you? If she ghosted you, thank her for it and be done, because ghosting is happens by cowards. But find out what it is that she broke. Why did she break up with you? What is it that happened? And find out if something that needs to be worked out within you. And if she broke up with you and she doesn't want to be with you anymore, don't try to be with someone that doesn't want to be with you. Work on self-esteem. Go to some of my videos on self-esteem, and you'll find that as you build self-esteem, it'll be easier to let go of people that don't want to be with you. If your self-esteem is low, it'll be very difficult to let go of people that don't want to be with you. So find out, learn from what's going on, and then have faith on your journey. And the faith on your journey is that if this doesn't work, there's got to be something better. But I got to learn something new. If not, you rerun the old. And one of the things you can do, which is not easy, ask yourself, what are the reasons your girlfriend broke up with you? Does it make any sense? Or is she just looking for excuses to get rid of me? If it makes sense, then you thank her for it and you learn. Don't try to get her back, because you have to let people go. You have to respect their choices that not want to be with you. But that doesn't mean you have to put yourself down. If you screwed up, okay, you screwed up. What can you learn from it? And how can you become a better person so you can attract people that want to be with you? So in relationships, when they're over, it means they're not part of your journey anymore. And you have to give them permission to not be a part of your journey. And there's a reason for it. So unrequited love, which is love that someone no longer wants to give you, is an opportunity to grow. But the best thing for unrequited love is to put your negative, mourning energy into faith in your journey and to grow as a better person. That's what you have to do. It's painful, but it's more painful if you rerun victimhood. You're not a victim. You have been hurt. But if you grow your self-esteem, you'll see that the hurt begins to dissipate and you become more aware of why something didn't work out. So never beat yourself up. Grow from what happened. And that's what I have to suggest to you. Gusty Hills, user 75157, and so forth. Join, how are you? Try to change your names from numbers to people, whatever you want it to be. Red 1167, welcome, everybody welcome. So, if there are no more questions, I am going to be, hello, Rosie girl, how are you? Any questions? Red 1167, Lori joined. So I'm here to answer questions, but if you don't have any questions, that's fine. Just enjoy what I'm talking about and go to my other videos that I have. I have quite a few videos here now on TikTok. One that is very popular is on self-esteem. How interesting. The 3 pillars of self-esteem had pretty close to 26,000 views within a couple of weeks. Very, very popular. But there are others that are really good too. I think that you'll find them very helpful because I'm giving you practical tools not just heady stuff or hug a tree or be one with the universe. None of that crap. Is real good psychology. Good psychology. Don't rely on the universe. The universe is too busy expanding to stop and say, oh, wait a minute, let me see if I can get him or her a new car or a new relationship. It doesn't work that way. You are the universe. You have the agency to do things. Don't wait for the universe. The universe doesn't have your back. You have your back and the people that love you. So there, I said it. Politically incorrect, but it's true. That's how it works. A lot of people talk about nonsense that means nothing. It makes you feel good, but it doesn't let you go anywhere. And you feel the solution because what have I done wrong? The universe hasn't done anything for me because the universe is not going to do a damn thing for you. You have to do it for yourself. And that's the key. Ken, hi. Jason Triple, how are you? Okay, any more questions? Before I go, I'll remind you again that I am doing a monthly group dynamics on Zoom, so it'll be online from anywhere in the world. I have people from all over the world, 12 people at a time, first come, first served basis. You can do it through PayPal, but you go to biocognitive.com. Go to events and you see it there, and you can join us. If you don't want to join, that's fine. Take advantage of all the videos that I have here, and take advantage of my YouTube channel, Dr. Mario Martinez, free, 130 videos available to you. I also have 2 best-selling books, The Mind-Body Code and The Mind-Body Self. So it's free stuff, and this stuff that you pay for. Of course, I have to live, but I have a lot of work that's free. So if you want to buy the books, fine. If you want to watch the videos, fine. The point is that I want to give you workable information so you can grow from good science. Okay? All right, now I am about ready to leave here in this Kristen from Florida, I guess. Any other questions before I go? Sex I, right? Sex E. Not sure what it is. Blessed to receive your knowledge. Thank you very much. That's a very, very wonderful thing to say. I find that quite a bit of gratitude with that, which is another thing that I like to tell you. When somebody gives you a compliment, don't say no problem. What the hell is this no problem thing? Just say thank you. I appreciate it. My pleasure. Get off the no problem mindset out, because no problem gives a consciousness that I'm avoiding problems. I'm walking on eggshells. And although you don't think that language affects your brain, it does. The language is the expression of what's going on inside. And if you learn to say no problem instead of thank you, what you're doing is you're not learning gratitude. Gratitude is when someone gives you a compliment or someone likes something that you do. And if you say no problem, what the hell does that have to do with what they said? Did I ask if there was a problem? You see? So be aware. Get away from that kind of language of no problem. When people thank you, be grateful and say, thank you very much, my pleasure. And when you think back and they say no problem, no, I wasn't expecting a problem. I was just expecting you to have gratitude for what I said. Okay, anyway, Emily Black just joined us. Polly Hobbs joined us. So they keep joining, but nobody's asking well, there are some questions. Yeah, I have to admit there are some questions. Rihanna, hello from Jamaica. Hi, Jamaica, how are you? I've been to Jamaica. It's a beautiful country. The beaches are incredible, and the rum, unbeatable. It really competes with Cuban rum pretty well. And the music, of course, is just wonderful. So I'm glad that you joined from Jamaica. I've had people from all over the world, by the way. This is very nice that it is so international, and people are beginning to pay attention to what I have to say here. So remember, be aware. Quiet Storm, that's a nice name, Quiet Storm. Biocognitive.com, go to events and you will see the group there, which is called Healing the Wounded Hero. Will I find a mate soon? Depends on how much you like yourself. If you don't like yourself, no. You're going to find someone who doesn't like himself or herself. If you grow and you begin to learn what you're all about and you begin to increase your worthiness, you'll be attracting. It's not the secret of attraction, none of that. People see your qualities and they're attracted to your qualities, or they run from your qualities. If you're acting like an idiot, you're only going to be attracting people that like idiots. if you're acting worthy and honest and open with yourself, you may not attract a lot of people, but you will attract the right people, which is what you want. So when you find a mate soon, find yourself first, and then your mate will come. It is amazing here. Thank you. Appreciate that very much. Drone Records, follow the host. Don't forget to follow my channel, because that's how I expand the amount of people that I can talk to. But here, again, is about a group that I'm promoting on a monthly basis. It's small, only for 12 people. And it's first come, first served basis. And it's for dealing specifically with issues that you have within the group. And it's not going to be recorded so we can keep confidentiality. It's not group therapy, it's group dynamics. Although I'm a licensed clinical psychologist, I don't do, quote, therapy anymore, because I don't do pathology patient. I do student-teacher, dealing with your excellence and dealing with lessons about life. So that's what it's all about. Okay, so anybody else? Any other questions before I go? Remember, follow House Shrink. Go to biocognitive.com for the group. And for this video, which will come out tomorrow, will be available completely the whole time that we did it on my YouTube channel, Dr. Mario Martinez. So, House Shrink is saying goodbye for now, unless you have a question. If you have a question, I'm hooked. So, but if you don't, then it's time to go. User Law Woman, Royce Perigo. I think, Royce, you've been here before. Welcome. See, I remember people. Hey, Pookie, how are you? Great creative names. So, any other questions? Anything else? Okay. So I am about to leave, and if you don't have any questions, I'm going to go. And remember, enjoy, grow, and watch all my videos, and give me your comments and what you have to say about it. Have a great day, and be good to yourself. Ancestor guidance, meaning what? Ancestor guidance, well, I can tell you the science of it. We have epigenetic transfer of information, which means that we transfer wisdom from one generation to another, but we also transfer stress. People that have been on in concentration camps, they pass on the level of cortisol, which is high. When it's high, it's stress related, 3 or 4 generations, because you pass that information on. So what you want to do, there's some meditations that I teach, I can do that in another time, where you actually tune into ancestral information, and it comes in because it's all there in your genetics, in your epigenetics, and you can get information. It's not some kind of mystical thing, it's good science. So I will, do I believe in human design? I'm not sure what you mean by that, but if you mean intelligent design, I do. I believe that we're not here for the hell of it. We didn't come out just from a mitochondria and became something with lightning and nitrogen. It's a lot more. I think we have intelligent design. The problem with people that don't believe in intelligent design is that they say, well, if there's intelligent design, who's the creator? And they think, oh, it's got to be a God. So if I'm an atheist, there has to be no intelligent design. There can be intelligent design, and you don't have to believe in God, but there is something. We're not here for the hell of it, and it's very important. I happen to believe that we're here for a reason, and there's intelligent design, and we do have free will, by the way. Some people talk about not having free will. We have free will, I believe. And there's a lot of evidence that shows that. How do you break generational negative energy? By beginning to learn how to live your life with your self-esteem. The things that you learned before, the things that you learned by your tribe teaches you to stay within the pale. And if you go beyond the pale, then they punish you in 3 ways: abandonment, betrayal, or shame. And there are antidotes for each of them. For betrayal, there's commitment to yourself. For shame, there's honor for yourself. And for abandonment is commitment, and betrayal is loyalty to self. And I do some of those videos on that too. But you can get away from, it's not negative energy, it's patterns of behavior that you learn. And when you learn those patterns of behavior, for example, if you were taught by a father to the only way you can get to him was by he putting you down, then you will learn that the only way you can get attention is by putting yourself down or doing something that people will put you down. You change that by beginning to see the worthiness that you have, beginning to see that you have a potential to be a good person, but it's your choice to put it to work. We all do have a purpose. Yes, we do. We have a purpose. My purpose is to teach. Some other people's purpose would be to do something else. But yes, you break your habits by bringing new information in. But before you do, remember, you have to build your self-esteem. Because self-esteem, if it's low, it doesn't allow you to try new lessons. It sabotages your purpose. It sabotages your good deeds because you don't feel worthy of good things. So the first thing to do is build self-esteem and then move on to changing habits, not the other way around, because it doesn't work. Okay, so every time I'm getting ready to leave, somebody will ask me a question, I'm hooked again. When will you be back on here? I want to be a part of your next live. Okay, join my, follow my house shrink, and you'll see it. It'll let you know. But also go to my website, biocognitive.com, and you have a lot of information there. I have books. I have 2 bestsellers, The Mind-Body Code, The Mind-Body Self. But I'm glad that you want to follow. This will be really good. What is the key to maintaining consistency? To stop bullshitting yourself. That's it. Simple, clinical. Be true to yourself. Be consistent by what? By following what you need to do. Don't wait for your motivation to come. Don't wait for the right moment. Do it. Do it mechanically, and you'll see that later consistency will happen. But also find out, how are you being inconsistent, under what context, under what conditions, and who is allowing you to be inconsistent. Are you free groups sessions already full? No, this is not a free group. This is free. The one that I'm doing is not free. The one that I'm doing is $75 a person, and it's for an hour and a half. And this will be on the on my website on biocognitive.com. I do a lot of free stuff, but I also do things for a living. This particular one will be $75, and you join through PayPal, and it's once a month, only for 12 people. But I have a lot of free stuff on biocognitive.com, on my YouTube channel, Dr. Mario Martinez, as well as here. As you can see, I have quite a few videos here. And this one will come on tomorrow. It'll be free, of course, on my YouTube channel, Dr. Mario Martinez. So that's a hell of a lot of information I've given you here. So I hope you enjoy it, and I hope you're able to use it, because it's damn good. And it's damn good because I'm good at what I do. That's, bought your book yesterday. Which one? The Mind-Body Code or the Mind-Body Self? Very nice. Nina, that's very, very nice. I'm glad you did. Also the other thing that which book? The Mind-Body Code or the Mind-Body Self are the 2 bestsellers that I have. You know why I say that I'm good and all that? Because you have to own, the Mind-Body Code. That's my first one. That's a really, really good book. It's been a bestseller since it came out about 4 or 5 years ago. So the reason that I'm not afraid to say that I'm good or creative or whatever is that you have to be honest with yourself. And you have to break away from the bullshit that the cultures tell you, that they say, be wonderful and be bright. And when somebody says, you're bright, I'm not. Anybody could be bright. That's pseudo-humbleness. That's not real. So if somebody says, I think you're brilliant, thank you very much for noticing that. That's it. That's all you need. If they think you're conceited, and you say, well, why did you give me that compliment if you don't want me to own it? So when somebody gives you a compliment, be gracious about it and say, thank you, I appreciate that. Somebody says, you're so attractive. Say, thank you, I'm glad that you have good taste. That's it. That's all you have to do. So what I'm creating here is a subculture of wellness, so we can share our excellence without punishing each other for sharing our excellence. You see? So it's very important. You want to be around people that support your excellence, not people that put you down when you're doing well. Those people are envious, and envy is one of the most destructive emotions. You have to learn admiration without envy, which means that you can really be excited about your friends' triumphs and about your friends' good fortune, because that's a beautiful thing. If you're envious, it kills it. And by the way, admiration with celebration brings up oxytocin, which is a really good neurotransmitter hormone That's good for the heart, it's good for health, it's good for longevity, all kinds of things. So, see, our system was set up to admire without envy, to love without fear, to accept your excellence. That's how your psychoneuroimmunology works, that's my area, which is how thoughts and emotions affect the nervous, immune, and endocrine system. I am immune to envy. It's pretty weird, but I don't experience jealousy. That's really very good. That's a very thing. Oh, somebody says, you're a brilliant man. I love your confidence. I like how science-driven you are as well. Thank you very much. You're right. I try to bring science in because there's a lot of crap out there. They tell you to hug a tree, and that's just not good science. And what happens when you try it, you feel disillusioned and you think you did something wrong. No, you didn't. You have to have the right tools. So what I'm doing is I'm bringing complex neuropsychology and complex mind-body culture communication into simple, applicable terms. You know, Einstein said, if you can't explain something in simple terms, you don't know what the hell you're talking about. And I always remember that you have to put things into simple ways. When I wrote my books, I've talked about this before, I was told, you got to dumb it down because people aren't going to get it. It's too scientific. I said, no, I trust my audience. And both books are bestsellers. So never downplay yourself. Let people know how wonderful you are, not by a boasting way, but by your actions. And then when they notice it, don't give a pseudo humbleness. Oh no, anybody can do that. I love your shirt. Oh, I've had this shirt for 10 years. No, thank you. I'm glad you like my shirt. That is the way to create good immunity, by the way. Dictionaries are still a thing. We can do the work. Okay. All right. So who else? See, the questions come up. Every time I say I'm leaving, questions come up and you're hooking me because you know as long as you ask questions, I'm going to be around. So you're manipulating me in a good way and I love it. So go ahead. More questions. I'm sure you have a lot of questions. I want to hear from somebody who tells me how good they are, how beautiful they are, or how creative they are. Can anybody say that? Let me know and I'll mention it here. Also, don't underestimate your energy. Your mind can play tricks with you. Yes, but it's not your energy. It's your bioinformational field. It's how your mind can play with you because you were taught to punish yourself, or you were taught that unless you suffer, you can't have any joy in your life. And unless you work hard, you can't succeed. Those are the thinking patterns that you learn. Always ask yourself, where did I learn this? Where did I pick this up? And how am I rerunning it in my life? So rather than thinking of energy, think of behaviors and thought processes. Because otherwise, the energy, who knows what kind of energy. Oh, here's somebody saying, I'm very creative. I play 3 different instruments. I sing well. Can't draw to save my life. But here, look how interesting. You came up with 2 good things, and then you came up with something that's not good. Take the other one out and say, I'm very creative. I play 3 different instruments, and I sing well. Why? Because the cultures teach you that if you say something good about yourself, you have to put yourself down a little bit so people won't put you down. I'm brilliant. I'm wonderful. Thank you. For example, I'm not good with mechanical things, but I don't have to tell you, I'm brilliant, but I'm not good with mechanical things. I'm brilliant. The hell with mechanical things. That's how you create your brilliance and your excellence. Never put yourself down. People want to know what you do well. Good people. Vampires, emotional vampires want to know what's wrong with you so they can victimize. Oh, I'm so tired. Oh, I'm more tired than you. And they kind of out-victimize each other. Don't do that. Be around people that uplift you. What are the emotional vampires like? They get up in the morning and say, how can I screw up somebody's life? And then when they're around you, you feel drained. Okay, Nina said, I'm a writer. I teach grammar to ELL students. I'm good at my job. Great. Okay, next step is I'm great at my job. Because you know you are. I love people until they do something from silent but deadly. I don't like negativity and drama. Then find the right crowd. Don't go into negativity and dramas. And don't look for people that want to fix you. Where do you practice? Which state? I'm licensed in the state of Tennessee. And what I'm practicing now is worldwide because I don't do conventional psychology. I do mentoring and consultations all over the world. with organizations and individuals and so forth. But I used to practice in Tennessee, both inpatient and outpatient. Now I'm trying to reach larger audiences, so I don't do conventional clinical psychology anymore. But thank you for asking. David is here. I love it. I live in Atlanta. Oh, great. Atlanta's a great city. Great restaurants. I've been to some really good Italian restaurants in Atlanta. Sometimes I can't remember the name because it was a long time ago. I used to just fly to Atlanta, get this great Italian food, and fly back to Nashville. So it's been a while since I've done that. But yeah, Atlanta's a great place. I do not tolerate drama, shouting, none of that. Well, the thing to tolerate is being able to be conversant with people. I'd need advice on suing psychiatric center. You need to talk to an attorney. I'm not an attorney, so I can't help you with that. And so for me to say anything would be irresponsible. Look for a good attorney and find out if it's a worthy cause. Coconut clamp. Hey, Coconut. So Nashville's your city. I love it there. Yeah, Nashville's a great place. Sometimes if I'm talking to somebody and I have CDs of my books and so forth, and I'll say, yeah, I have a CD, and oh, you're a country singer? No, these are CDs on mind body psychology. But Nashville's a great city. It's one of the fastest growing cities in the nation. And it's got great restaurants, great music, of course, great art, and crime is very low. So it's really a good place to live. I've been here for quite a while. I went to Vanderbilt. And then I left and came back, so it's really... I'm going to sign up to have a chance to take a break. I'll see you next time. Okay, Nina, good. Where'd you go to college? I went to Vanderbilt and to the University of Madrid. And I've done some postdoctoral work in psychopharmacology in other universities, but basically that's where I went to school. And my doctorate is in clinical psychology. Okay, Vanderbilt is a great college. It is. It was hard as hell, let me tell you, depressing, but it was well worth it. It was really good. I learned a lot. They taught me to really think clearly. And I had some really, really good mentors, really good people there. Very good school, you're right. So I'm glad I went there. But at the time I thought, oh, shit, this is hard. Well, good things can be difficult, but you got to work at it. Okay, I know you have to be very intelligent to go there. Yes, you're right. You have to be very intelligent to go there, but you also have to have some kind of fortunate component to it. Because when I applied to the clinical program, there were close to 1,000 people and it took 25. Well, I bet that there were people just as good as me, and for some reason or other, they didn't get in. But yes, you have to be bright, and I'm bright. That's how you have to deal with life. Own up. Don't be afraid to the gift, because that's a gift. It came to me. So it's a gift that I have that. So what I want to do is I want to show it and share it rather than say, oh, no, anybody can get in. No, not anybody can get in. But that doesn't mean that the people that didn't get in are worse than you or less than you. It's just a fact. So be aware of your excellence. Accept it humbly. Yes, people say, you're bright. Yes, thank you very much. It's beautiful. My website is biocognitive.com. I had to make up the word biocognitive, like biocognitive, TIVE.com. And you can go there and you can sign up for my website, for my the monthly workshop that I do that I'm promoting here, which is Healing the Wounded Hero, or you can find all kinds of good information there, articles and all kinds of things that you can see. I'm also a surrealist painter, and I have my art is there too. So it's a lot of fun. These things that I'm doing are a lot of fun. And I'm just about ready to publish a new book, which is a novel. It's called The Phoenix Self, In Search of Methuselah. I'll let you know about that in another video. But for now, okay, don't trick me because I'm getting ready to leave. So if you ask me more questions, you know I'm going to have to stay. If not, then I am going to leave, and we'll post this tomorrow. And it'll be available on my YouTube channel, Dr. Mario Martinez, and it'll be there. Violeta, how are you, Violeta? So anyway, the website is biocognitive.com. And make sure that you follow my work here, House Shrink, because that way you'll know what I'm doing, and it'll be very easy to access my work. That's amazing. Glad you're available to us. Have a good one. Thank you so much. And I'm very grateful for you being here. That's a wonderful thing that you're here, that you took the time to be here and that you're so gracious about it. Why? Because everybody here, don't let anybody know, but everybody here is brilliant and beautiful. Just keep it to yourself, okay? All right. So I'll be seeing you soon. Enjoy. Bye.